Hey everybody, the Gumball Guy with Gumball Stuff here, and today we're going to talk sticker machines. There are a lot of different types of machines that were made over the years, but they all basically function the same. Today we're going to focus on just one. We're going to teach you how to unlock your machine, how to properly load the machine, and teach you some general terminology so you know what to call the parts. We stock parts for just about everything out there, so if you need some help, feel free to reach out. Let's go. All right, instead of one, we're going to show you two different styles. This is a lift-out style machine, and we're going to show you a solid body next. The lift-out style are a little bit easier to work on. You just lift out the entire column. It gives you access to the money, the columns, so you can load them, take the mechs out, etc. This is a new old stock machine. You see the blue panel? That's really see-through. It's just protective film that goes on the outside. For the lift-out styles, they made two types. One has a lock on the top. It's a quarter turn. You put your key in, turn it a quarter, and you can lift the whole thing out. This one is a screw lock. We insert the key. You always go lefty-loosey a few turns, and the entire key comes out. We then are going to grab the entire column with two hands, and you want to firmly grip it because it can be a little heavy, and we're going to lift up and rock out. Grab, lift up, and out. So when you're out in your route servicing, you can set this on a table or set it on the floor and access the back. Inside the back of every sticker machine, every column has what they call a weight or a stopper. It serves two purposes. One, it keeps the weight on the folders because you have to keep those squished down so they don't jam the machine when they come out. And number two, it's a stopper. So if you happen to have a great product that empties out before you come around, you don't want people to lose money, and that stopper will fall down through, go through that hole, and they won't be able to put money in it after it empties. When you load these machines, all machines have to use cardboard folders. We sell them in our store, quantities from 250 up to full cases of 3,000. They're hinged on one side. They're slick, so they don't get jammed or get caught up when you're vending. You put your card, sticker, tattoo, whatever it may be, inside the folder. And when you load them, you want to load it so the hinged end exits the machine first. The reason is that's going to slide out. This side's going to slide out of the machine easier than this side. You have a potential for it popping open. As it's trying to exit the machine, it can get caught up. Now, all suppliers sell the product in bands of 30. So if you're keeping track of what you do, you know you're putting in 30 at a time. You can decide how many to load the machine. So you put the packs in like that, put it down, tap it, make sure everything's kind of flush. You do a little bit of work on the back end and you're gonna have less chance of any jams. You take your weight, you're gonna put it back on top. You'll see a hole. All the different types of sticker machines have a little hole it can fall through. Ideally, you wanna put it that way. If you put it the wrong way, it's still gonna fall through as the mech slides back and forth. So that's not the end of the world. But you put that on top, and the columns are ready to go as soon as you fill them as full as you want to. The way these sticker machines work, when you put your money in, it pushes the column back and forth. And this is higher than the rest of the column. So it catches the bottom side of the sticker, and it pushes it out of the front of the machine. When you put the money in, it lets the column go out further, and that's what catches it. Without it, it just kind of goes back and forth a little bit. They slide out the front of the machine here. If you're ever having any jams, you want to make sure that identify if it's the folders, the machine, or the coin mech. People put a bent quarter or something inside the mech. Sometimes they can get caught in there. If that's the case, we can do a video later how to take the mech out, how to fix it or replace it. Other than that, it could be a bent folder. Also, if you're doing Pokemon cards, NFL cards, you need to play with the thickness. You can vend 1, 2, 3 cards sometimes if it's Pokemon because they're thin. Each machine is different. You can adjust the settings on these, but you want to test your machine and test your column first. Also, if you're a sports card guy, you don't want to do any inserts or thicker cards. You want to stay with the standard size card. These panels slide up, and as I said, this one just has blue on it. You peel this off if you buy one of these machines, and you have a brand new panel. Then you take your display, you put it in whatever column you're going in. If the machine isn't moving, you can set them in there. If not, a lot of times we like to use blue painter's tape because it doesn't leave sticky residue. Just do a little loop on there and put it on the side you want. If you don't like to use tape, you can just slide them right in. 1, 2, 3 after you do it, and you're good to go. So now we are going to put the machine back together for you. If I can have my assistant bring the body back, please. All right, so now we're gonna put it back together in reverse order. We're holding that mech left hand, right hand. The top end is gonna go in first and go up into the machine. You rock that bottom back and it rests in there. If this doesn't pop out, you're good. If you have one of those quarter turn locks, this is where you're gonna turn it again so the tab will come over and lock it. If it's a screw lock, you just do that and lock it up. And now we'll show you another type. Okay, this is another style of machine. This is a 2-column made by Northwestern Corp, which was made in the United States. This one you don't need to lift anything out. Everything stays contained. We just remove the front panel so you can access the inside. They have a screw lock on the top, so you're gonna unscrew those lefty-loosey until the lock comes out. The coin box locks is a quarter turn lock. Insert it, quarter turn, rock out the door. Put the coin box inside so you can dump out your coins. And to access the machine, remove the lid. You're gonna slide up on these panels. It's a 2-piece system. There's plexi in the front and a metal support in the back. We lift both of those out and we set them to the side. We load them the exact same way we talked about the other one. Always remember to do your hinged in that exits the machine first. Just get in that habit. You'll be happier in the long run. And we'll run a test bin through this one. As we mentioned before how they work, you can push and pull it and nothing comes out. When you insert the quarters, it goes back further and it pulls the card out. We're going to take this one, we're going to open it up and show you how the slide mechanism works inside, so you can adjust that if you ever have a problem with it. All right, the way these work, they push and pull. And you have a bar that comes up out of the mech that goes up. Inside the columns, there's a U-shaped piece that goes over that. As the coin mech goes, it pushes it and it pulls it. And what can happen, those can bend over time, this piece right here. So you need to keep an eye on it. If the cards aren't coming out far enough, you just simply bend this back towards you. It'll allow them to come out further. The other thing that can happen, if you get one of these machines, you buy it somewhere or you get it in and you put it together, you have to put this U-shaped piece over this. If not, it's just gonna be sitting in the back. You put it in, you're like, oh, I'm running money through it, nothing's coming out. And that's where you'll lift it up. And you got to kind of tilt the machine back a little bit, keep your eye down in there, watch so it engages, drops in like that, and you're good to go. All right, to wrap this up, let's talk about price points for your machines. These are the coin mechs, also called coin slides, and there are 2 main manufacturers of them, ESD and Greenwald. You can adjust your machines to go from free mode, no coin needed, token, and all the way up to $3, $4 a vend. Both manufacturers have a coin mech called the V4. That means you can go up to 4 coins or $1. V5 up to $1.25, and V8. When you get up there, you can start double stacking coins and doing some other things. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked any of the machines or you need to get any new mechs to upgrade your machines, check out our website.